One, and there we are, serving up the D for Michigan State, October 2nd, 2023, and it is not a fun time to be a Spartan.
No, there's no other way to put it. There's not a.
This team is so unwatchable.
It's gone from
the glory days. Glory days.
excitement to apathy to sympathy for the players, and even some of the coaches not really. I don't know. The whole coaching staff is just putrid. It's to just. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah, it's awful.
I don't want to watch. I didn't watch last week. I went back and watched the replay. Was able to fast forward through most of it till the third quarter, and then I was just like, I can't do it anymore. I feel awful for the kids because there's some talented kids out there that just are being put in schemes that do not suit them. Offensively, we went with a quarterback that had the least upside because he made the least amount of mistakes. Now he's out there throwing picks every week, and you're still not making the switch to one of the kids with the high ceilings that are going to make the same mistakes, of course, but at least get them the experience, and maybe you get some of that ceiling play that you're not getting with Noah Kim. Nothing against Noah Kim, but
Noah Kim sucks. Can we just move on?
Honestly,
I don't understand why we do this. It's fine. This whole roster can go into the portal as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing here. They're not enjoyable. The team's awful. Mel Tucker fucked everything. Fucked the school.
See, that's where I disagree. I think the roster is a little bit better than what it shows.
I don't. Where? Not enough. I just think there's not enough talent to win.
They're not being coached. They're not being coached, Wes.
There's
coach. I mean, defensively, you got to coach ball skills to your secondary. Our secondary has zero ball skills. They have balls hit them in the fucking hands and they just drop them. I mean, or they just don't even turn and fight for the ball when the ball's in the air.
It's not fun.
I.e., the Washington game.
No, but. And I get it. Okay, fine, sure. The coach, even if you coach these guys up, they're not good. This roster isn't that talented. They're just not. This isn't a team that is going to win 9 games. It doesn't matter who's coaching them.
They'd have to win out at this point.
Well, they're not going to. We knew that wasn't going to happen when Mel Tucker, before he was pulling on his Johnson. Like, this wasn't going to be a good team to begin with, and then Mel goes and does what he does, and now it's just it's burned to the ground. Everything that D'Antonio built has officially melted it's gone. There's nothing left of it. And he's walking on the sidelines now, and it's like, it's gone.
We're not even Indiana.
No.
We're not even Indiana or Purdue. We're
you
worse.
You can't watch this and be like, well, this is enjoyable. I don't know. Anybody who goes to these games, you're fucking nuts. Like, find a goddamn hobby. Like, honestly, there is 1,000 things you could do than watch Michigan State play football.
I was looking at selling the Michigan tickets today, and I don't want to take that kind of a bath, so I might have to suck it up and go.
That's awful. It's so bad. The product is so bad, and what sucks is I don't trust the board to get the next guy in here. I have a feeling we're in for a long haul of awful, and that sucks.
I can't afford a long haul of awful. I'm getting old, man.
Well, like I said, thank God our Sundays are wonderful at the moment because, man, Michigan State is just ash. There's nothing left. Nothing left of the glory days of 13, 14, 15. Like, none of that. It's all gone.
Or BOT notwithstanding, what would you what would you like? I know what you'd like.
I'm going to say it, and everyone's going to go, oh, there's all these Spartans out there who would be like, I don't want them no matter what. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer is the guy that you hire. You throw as much money as you want at him. If he is willing to come here, you get it done. Now, is he willing to come here? I doubt it. But that's the guy you go after. You get Urban Meyer in here, and Fox is parked outside the stadium for the first 4 weeks of the year doing Big Noon Urban Meyer, Michigan State.
And you know why? Because kids will come here.
Yeah, exactly. Like I just said, Fox
Kids
will
in the
be
portal will
parked
come here.
outside with Gus and Joel jizzing all over each
Recruits
other over Urban Meyer being back in the Big Ten. And that's why you
recruits will
hire
come
Urban
here.
Meyer.
Kids in the portal will come here.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why you
and
hire Urban
it's
Meyer, because he can take the program from the ash and mold it into something fast. We don't have time to get
although
some fucking coach who's going to build it over the next 8
no,
years.
no, not with the modern day Big Ten,
No.
which is
And
what
all
it's
these
going to be
teams
with
coming in
Washington, Oregon. Yeah,
will
with
never
Washington,
reach
Oregon,
those
USC
heights
coming in.
again
Yeah,
if we don't do a
if we
giant
don't go big.
splash
And
hire.
and all the people that say it's a trash job, you're full of shit.
They're idiots.
It's not a trash
Those
job.
people are just
It's a top
haters. Those
20.
are
It's a
Michigan
top
fans and
25 job.
haters.
It's Michigan fans that want us to be a joke.
Yeah, but that's expected. You just ignore those people. Outside of the blue wall, Michigan State is known. They know it's a good program. They know it's got all the pieces you need to succeed. It's been proven. When the money wasn't being thrown around, it was proven. Now that the money can be thrown around, the things you can do.
Yeah,
If
we
Mel
have the
Tucker
money.
wasn't a complete and utter fucking moron, this shit could be good. But he fucking
Again,
just
back to Tucker though. I mean, this just exacerbated the process. This hurried everything up, thankfully, because it was going to be a slow death over the next 18 months. Because if he stayed there, the product wouldn't look any different on the field right now.
no. He was a con man.
So, I mean,
He did what he.
again,
It's done.
Urban Meyer,
He's the guy.
notwithstanding, Urban Meyer is the guy. If you can get him, I don't know that he wants to leave Fox.
No, I doubt it. Why would he though? Why would he? I mean, unless he desperately wants to coach again, why would he go? Oh, well, I'm going to go to Michigan State and work my.
But if he
ass
really wants
off.
to coach again, do you think he's watching I was going to say Marcus Freeman. I was
Well,
going to say
there's
Morgan
the
Freeman,
one.
but
I mean, if they do
that's
that,
the statue. That's the statue at East Lansing. No, I was going to say he's watching Marcus Freeman with one eye open, going, "Is he gonna slip up anymore?"
if that happens, well, yeah, then that everything's off the table with finding a coach because they'll be the first selection. Other than
I don't think they'll fire Freeman this year, but I think Urban's willing to wait it out.
the problem with going out and hiring a guy who's not a huge Urban Meyer name in today's college football is the rebuild process. Getting kids to come to your school now is all about money and notoriety in the name of, like, the coach will get you to where you got to go. You can't. The day of 3 and 4 stars building, or 2 and 3 stars like a D'Antonio did at the beginning, building these rosters, I think those are dead. And if they aren't dead, they're very few and far between. So, like, if you go out and hire, I don't know, just throw a name at, like Elko even, I think. Like, get a guy like that, it's going to take too long. Are we going to sit by and watch him win 6 games, 7 games, just to get to 10 eventually?
Elko's a hot name right now, but he could lose 4 more games this year and not even be talked about. So
I don't want a defensive coach. So I'm out on him from Jump Street. That doesn't interest me at all. I just worry that if you go the route of getting a guy who's from, like, a group of 5, who's built the program down there that's been a winner for whatever, like Appy State or something, like, you get these guys, but then they have to come here and do the same thing here, which is harder. And you need to win right away. You can't. Michigan State can't go 5 wins, 6 wins, 6 wins just to get to 10 wins and then fall back down on their face and do it again.
You're not going to get there.
You're not going to do it. You're done. You're toast. They have to get. And why I say Urban Meyer is he's available. You don't have to steal him from another program.
You could hire him tomorrow.
You could literally go.
You could literally hire him tomorrow and get him.
You can be our coach.
As soon as recruiting.
Start recruiting. Start recruiting when recruiting starts. Keep your gig at Fox until then, and then start rolling. That's otherwise. I honestly don't know where to go.
Of the names I've heard bandied about, I like probably Charles Huff would be at the top of my list. The dude from Marshall, just because he's an former offensive lineman. He's coached the offensive line, been a running back coach, a run game coordinator. Excuse me, talking's hard. He's he's 40 years old. He's African American. I don't think that hurts. I hate to say it, but I think it's true. Relatable to kids, but again, he also kind of walked into a situation where Marshall was rolling a little bit when he took the job. So can he really build something up from nothing, which is where we're at? I just don't know. And
I just think
Dickert's a defensive guy.
they need a name.
Wazoo's coach. Who though?
I don't know.
Sean Lewis. Does Sean Lewis at Colorado the offensive coordinator? Is he a name? Is he a big enough name? I don't know. Because he's Deion's boy.
Tough.
I don't know.
They're in a tough spot. I don't even know. I just like.
And what does the Colorado OC look like without Shedeur Sanders playing quarterback?
Exactly.
We don't know. We don't know. I mean, they're all unknowns.
It's so disappointing.
Yes, unfortunately, that's the route we're probably going to have to go is with a guy something like Huff or Lewis or Elko. Someone of that ilk.
What would you say if I said Ole Miss got rid of Lane Kiffin?
It's going to be short term, but I would do it.
It's tough. I mean, it's hard to say I want Lane Kiffin, but Lane Kiffin brings...
Let's be realistic.
His name.
Kiffin's like Harbaugh. He doesn't stay anywhere for very long.
No.
It would be short term, but it's a name, and he'd get kids here.
And it's not as hard as it is to win here as it is to do in the SEC.
It's getting there.
It's getting there, but it's not that gauntlet. You don't got to face Alabama every year.
Yeah, he's shown no allegiance to anybody, so it's an interesting thought.
I don't know. I just threw it out there. I was thinking the other day, and I was just like, "What a guy like
that
I do it? Come in here." And...
I mean, I don't know who you could poach from another school. PJ Fleck, please, no thanks.
But that's it. Oh, Narduzzi. If I hear that again, I'm gonna fucking run my head into a wall. Just because the guy was here for a little bit during our successful period.
Anybody that's taken a piss at Rick's American Cafe is on the short list, I guess.
Honestly, at that point, just fucking bring D'Antonio back, because what's the fucking... Narduzzi's going to be out at Pitt. Like, what? Do we really need to hire him? Might as well hire D'Antonio and bring Narduzzi back as DC at this point, because what the fuck? There's not much we can do. I think we're stuck, and I have a feeling that it's going to be painful.
If it's a Narduzzi or a Shermer, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Saturdays are just going to be watching good games wherever they are. Let's become that right now, because I literally...
It is.
Michigan State was relegated to the smaller TV this week. I was not. I'm sorry, but...
Hey, we had shit going on... Or we didn't have shit going on, but there's something in town that I wouldn't normally go to, but I was just like, well,
fuck it.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
Fuck it. We'll go to Rimfest. I'll get diarrhea. I'll get diarrhea from eating smoked pork. I don't care. It's better than watching Michigan State.
Watching Michigan State gave me diarrhea. So.
Yeah,
it was bad, and it's not getting any better. This is going to be a long year. That Michigan game's going to suck.
I know. I was kind of, like I said, talked to my brother this morning, and he was like, if you're not married to going, he's like, we don't have to go. He's like, I might want to watch it at home more than going now. He's like, especially if a bunch of Michigan State kids hit the portal. I'm like, nobody's hitting the portal, man. Nobody wants these kids. But anyway, that's another story.
It sucks. They suck. It sucks.
Well, none of the kids that are highly regarded, allegedly highly regarded recruits have played. So
let's just
nobody knows.
Noah Kim was a D'Antonio kid.
I know half of the offensive line were D'Antonio recruits.
Mel Tucker was supposed to bring in kids. That was his thing, and yet we're still rolling with D'Antonio guys. It's so bad.
I say it at the start of every year to you. Since before we started doing this shitty podcast.
This is Michigan State.
The offensive line has not been good since the Rose Bowl year.
No, you're right.
The offensive line wasn't even very good because the year they went to the playoffs.
That's because it was a celebration.
Stop it.
Mark gave up. He
Stop
quit.
it.
He quit. Mark realized when Connor Cook threw
I know,
when
but
Cook threw that interception going into the half versus Bama, at that point he was like, no matter what I do, I'm never gonna get any higher than this moment
I
right
know,
now.
but God
And
damn
he
it,
just
Tucker fucking
he just coasted the rest of
Tucker
the
had,
way. The rest of his time was
Mel
just
Tucker
coasting.
had the. You shut up, Mel Tucker. Let me speak. Mel Tucker was given the biggest assistant coaching pool to pay his assistants with ever in the history of this fucking school. And he hired all these bums because he had to rush to put a staff together in February of 2020 or 2019, whatever the fuck it was.
Weren't
It
they
was
his
2020.
bums to begin with? Did he bring them?
No, he brought Ross Ells and I think Jay Johnson from Colorado or the fuck Kansas State. Bring a Big 12 defensive coordinator. But he's giving these guys fucking raises like every year. I mean, Jay Johnson's been getting paid $1.3 million. Hazelton's making over $1 million. Chris Kapilovich, whatever, however the fuck you say his name, the offensive line coach of the Juice Squad, he's making over $1 million a year. And we can't get a fucking run game push.
No, they're bad. It's all bad. Like you said, it's been bad since.
I mean, if you didn't have Kenneth Walker or someone like Nathan Carter who can make people miss and has a burst that can get upfield, you saw what this run game looked like last year with Berger's slow ass back there, and I like Berger, but he's not making people miss. He's not hitting holes that aren't there.
Kenneth Walker.
He's not finding creases.
Kenneth Walker made a bunch of guys very rich.
It's like they say on Valenti show. They're all going to be at fucking the Bellagio smoking cigars at the end of this year because they conned the whole fucking MSU community.
It's done. And like I said, it's going to be a long rebuild. I don't see this being. It sucks, but our glory days are gone. Glory days.
My fear is it won't be this coach. It won't be this next coach that gets it back on the rails.
Well, then we're screwed.
My hope is it's the following coach at this point.
So we're looking 3 years.
I don't know who we're getting, Wes. I don't know who.
That's why you throw.
I don't.
Everything you have at Urban Meyer.
I'm all for that. I wasn't at first, but I'm all for it now. And I don't know if that works. I don't know if it works.
I don't know if it works either, but there's nothing else you can do.
No,
like
I'm not saying. No, I think Urban works. Urban will work. Urban will get kids in here. Urban will get college quarterbacks.
That same night,
quarterbacks.
Kids will be saying, "I'm going to commit to Michigan State," whether they say it publicly or not. The second Urban Meyer would be announced.
You know why? Because he'll put a quarterback in New York.
Yep. Oh yeah, we won't be watching Noah Kim
might not
out
be
there.
A pro.
That's for sure.
He might not be a pro.
No.
But he'll go to New York and be in the Heisman conversation.
He'll be a dual threat guy who can win in college, and that's all I care about.
Exactly. I don't care what they do in the NFL.
I don't care if they go to the NFL and
unless you're a Lion, I don't really give a shit.
Exactly. But yeah, it's tough. I honestly
like I said, I'm scared that this next hire it might be the hire after the next hire that gets it back on the rails. And I don't know if I'm fucking 53 years old. I don't know if I have that luxury.
Yeah. That's 3 years down the line then. So we're looking at the rest of this year being garbage and then 3 years before they replace that guy. Because we all know Michigan State doesn't do things quickly. So we're looking 5 years from now to even be half decent again. Oh fuck.
Well, they have a leg up. They have a leg up on every other school right now because they're the ones looking for a coach.
Have we even heard a sniff of what they might be doing? They're so drag their feet. Watch the season will end and 3 other teams will hire coaches and we'll still be sitting there with our dick in our hands. Pun intended. Like, seriously? That's what's going to happen. You know that's what's going to happen. There'll be infighting in the BOT. Who do we get? And the next thing you know, 3 other jobs are going to open up. They're all going to get filled. And Florida's going to watch. Florida will fire Buddy. And Urban Meyer will go, you know what? I'm going to go back to Florida. And we're sitting there going, oh, I don't know who to hire.
And Florida would be like this, welcoming him with open
Fucking
arms.
right, they would.
Come win games,
Winning's all that
coach.
matters. I don't care. And everyone's, and then you see people when you bring up Urban Meyer. When you really gonna do that? You're gonna go from Mel
Yeah.
Tucker? Yeah, I am. Because you know what? We're gonna win, and I don't give a shit. And I don't care if we cheat to win. I don't care if they take this shit away in 5 years. Because guess what?
And again,
I saw it. We won.
that's
I
what-
don't care.
again, the ones going, are you really going to do that? Are the Michigan clowns that want us to continue to hire bums and clowns and continue to suck? Because they don't want us to have anything nice.
Fuck them. I just give Urban Meyer $15 million. I don't give a shit. It ain't my money.
No, it's not.
Let one of those billionaire donors fucking front a bunch of it, and you're telling me these guys who donated money so Tuck could be here wouldn't donate money for Urban fucking Meyer?
You would think.
You'd think they'd be like,
DH
Urban
would.
Meyer, fuck yeah. Because immediately, that day they would hire that man, his war path would be set on Ann Arbor. He would be in full-on slaughter those motherfuckers mode. Like,
You know he has the vitriol
it would be-
for
everything in his body would be led towards destroying them.
He
Plus,
still
he
won't
wants to
say
win
the same
natties.
word.
So it's not just beating that. He wants the glory of everything. It would be the greatest hire in school history.
and it would send the people in Ann Arbor cowering because and Harbaugh's probably gone after this year, so it's not.
And
They're gonna be in the
the
business
immediate
for
articles from the blue wall saying, "How
It's
dare
not
they
a-
hire Urban Meyer?
It's not a good
No,
move.
it's so bad. Why would they do that? He's not a good guy. Look at the track record." Oh, they would be a fucking
Typical,
on fire.
typical thug you move.
Yeah, it
Typical.
would be great.
I mean, it was worth we're all
I would
thugs.
love it just for that. Success aside, I would love it just
for
to
the
watch
articles.
the first
Just for-
3 weeks of like hair pulling
Just
and
to watch the freak
screaming
explode.
and questioning how they could do it would be the greatest thing ever.
All the FOIA requests filed by the Free Press,
Oh my
man.
god. It would be.
How are they doing this? How are they paying him?
They're giving him so much money. He fingered a girl on the dance floor. Like, fucking Christ.
Who hasn't? Who hasn't besides that nerd that coaches at Michigan?
Oh, God. They would fucking lose it. I would, like I said, I would literally do it just for that enjoyment alone. The spazzing out they would have.
I'd do it because we'd
Oh,
win.
we'd
but
win. That would be the
We'd win
icing
big.
on the cake. But the cake would be them just fucking having a total meltdown. And then telling us that he's washed, he's over, it's never going to work. Oh, it would be the greatest few weeks of anything. Oh, God, it would be so funny. I don't know. I don't know where we go, but I know where we are is fucking awful.
It's not good. Not great, Bob.
Not great. On that note, I don't got much else. You got anything?
Nah. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Do it again next week. Do the same sad pizza show next week because Michigan State's going to be awful
We got this
again.
guy here tonight.
All right, we got a bye week.
You got this guy right here. Look at him.
Yeah, tonight, Monday night.
Ball gag and
Danny
all.
Dimes.
Let's see if he can throw the ball downfield. 5 yards
To who?
to whoever.
He doesn't have enough time.
Running and stuff.
Running. Things. Stuff.
He's good. Riley. Leonard. He's good.
He's a good quarterback. All he does is not throw touchdown passes.
His mom is right. Let's just put it that way.